Hi viewers, and welcome to August 2014 Earth Predictions reading. I hope July has found you all safe and well. It's been a bit of a tumultuous month with the event of the MH17 flight issue. Such a sad affair. The state of our planet is not boding well. When it comes to our humanity energies, we are moving into a phase of probably even more turbulent times. Something that we have to learn to address, and for the best part, if we can pass out prosperity or vibrations of peace and harmony from each and every one of us, that goes towards the greater good. So anyhow, and moving forward with the reading for August, the first card that arrived was the Union card. If you've been following the series with me, most of you will know that we talk about this one as being really surging, strong water flowing together, rivers that overflow and combine and make one great big flowing mass, mudslides, rocks that have come down cliffs, avalanches, just really fast, incredible flowing water events, also earth movements. We can even think of sinkholes as well, because actually this looks as though it's falling into a sort of a hole. So often these events are brought about by really strong weather surges or storm surges that are coming down onto Earth, and sort of with flooding energies around, so lots of water. The next card that arrived was the libido, and those two being close together give a little bit of an emphasis of power, even more power perhaps than either card would have if it was separate. So this really does talk about big weather issues, and I thought we'd had enough of them in July. Particularly here in New Zealand, we have had a lot of weather issues, so maybe, I don't know, we might be looking a bit further away from New Zealand for August, but there are some very big events coming, really weather related and powerful, surging. There's more water flowing there, so again strong storm cell energies. And also the libido card, it's got the animal there, the animals in it, so we'll see perhaps more mass die-offs again, or animal related issues globally. We also know that the libido card in the past, I talk about, it seems to bring out mass compassion events one way or another. Sometimes these can be positive, and other times they can be very sad, such as in the instance of the MH17 flight, which caused a global mass compassion. Sometimes also it relates to mass shootings or murders, and often in and around America or Canada type areas. So that's something to watch out for again in the month of August. The next card that came out was the prison card. This card denotes that feeling trapped in, locked under, stuck under, underground issues again, tunnels, sinkholes. I think that whole sinkhole energy seems to be self-propagating and fueling itself, moving forward. We seem to have more and more of them globally. And also the sun, we see the sun directly coming in through here, so I often think of really strong sun related energies. Now whether that might be for August, we may see more flares than we have seen in July, because July up until the 21st, which is the day I'm doing this reading, the sun has been quite quiet. We haven't had much flare activity, so I think we will see an increase in activity around the sun, which could be flares, CMEs, coronal holes, mass ejections, something along those lines. You may even find that finality of the pole flip occurs, but for some reason we will be looking at our sun with more intensity than normal. There might even be, we might get some ingoing comets, or something to do with lineups, planet lineups as well. Might be quite intense for August. The friendship card is back out again, and I think that's been out for 3 months in a row. As I've said before, the friendship card can be about negotiations and talks, and I think we're going to still be going through many of those, especially with the whole Russia-Ukraine issue now, and the Western countries moving in and getting involved there globally, really big. The talks aren't fulfilled, they're not finalised, but they're constantly trying to get to a point of finalisation. I also think of sporting events, so I'm not sure what's coming up in August globally around the world, but there seem to be some sort of sporting events, or sometimes parades or happy events as well. And I also think of drugs and explosives, because they look like a barrel of explosives up there. So sometimes explosive energies, things being involved in explosions one way or another. The next card is the Beast. He's also pretty nasty, really. Underground, we've got lots of underground energy this month. So tunnels, sinkholes, volcanoes, fiery underground energy. So, and explosions again come to mind. As well as that Beast is not particularly nice person type energy. So it can be a leader, a political leader who isn't that popular, who creates angst or is doing something underhand or hidden that's not for the best, is not for the good of everybody. And this sometimes can be communist parties as well, like I think of North Korea leader often when this Beast card comes out, up to something a little bit odd. Who knows? I guess we'll keep our eye on it and watch. The last card is the Voyage. Again, it's just classically sun messages. That's a sun up there, really strong. So sometimes that can mean heat waves as well, and often points to quakes. So quite strong quakes, and they can be up in the northern hemisphere, up in this older part of the globe through Europe or the Pakistan, Afghan type areas, the Middle East, even up through China and Russia. So I feel there's quite a bit of activity up in that north area. We also see the boat in the... Well guys, that's about it for the August reading. There does feel to be a general surge or uptick in activity. I think June and July were slightly calmer months globally. It may not feel as though that's the case, especially with some of the bigger events that were around, but I just think August might be a busier month, especially with sun-related activity and possibly quake-related activity. So I hope this finds you all safe and well, and I wish you the very best for August. So much aroha, peace and joy. Be safe everyone, and thank you for viewing. I do appreciate it.